After the Michigan Arsenal get their first victory as an organization against the Oregon Lightning, we got the quarterback Malik Henry, who had time today, took advantage, had receivers that were making catches. What was it like today with the offense at what we could argue is probably its best that we've seen?
Right. We had a couple guys go down this week, and I was worried at first, but then we brought some guys in, and they showed up. They showed up and played really well. Shout out to my O-line, shout out to my fullback. Shout out to everybody that everybody on the team that put this thing together, because it's a team thing, it's a team game, and like I said, I think the pieces finally came together and we started clicking this week. But that's only one win. We got to keep going back in, get back on the drawing board, and be ready for next week. We got a good team to play.
That's going to be against Minnesota next week in a rematch. But looking at this one, I want to go back to the very beginning of the game. We saw a home run ball to Jarvey. We've seen that a couple of times now with him. He's kind of stepped up here over the last couple of weeks. But the one that I really want to ask you about, Daniel Williams catches the rebound off of the wall. I know you're not intentionally trying to throw it off the wall and everything, but he makes a great play. When you see your receivers kind of jump out for you and make a play on a pass, how does that make you feel in the pocket?
Like I tell them every time, hey, 50-50 ball's in the air, it's yours. It's yours or nobody, and that's what we live by, and that's what happened tonight. You know what I mean? They went up, they fought for the balls, came down with some great catches, and that's all I can ask for.
On the other side, the defense did exactly what you need them to do. They kept Oregon in bay when they have a really good offensive unit. So when you're over in the bench area and you're seeing your defense make plays, you see one of your receivers go out and play defensive back. What are you telling the guys in the offensive huddle after the defense makes a stop?
We got to score. Every time they make a stop, we have to score. That's our job to go out there and score every time. We don't want to get stopped at all, but especially after they make a stop. You know what I mean? That's momentum is really big in this game, and as soon as they make a stop and we go score, momentum's going to swing our way, and that's what we need. We got to ride momentum all the way.
Looking at next week, you already mentioned a little bit, but Minnesota comes back in here. I was asking Coach, I asked Jarvey, we said it. That's going to be a different game than what we saw a week ago. It feels like the motion is moving, the wheels are turning, the gears are turning. What do you have to do over the course of the week with this team to prepare for Minnesota?
A lot of film. This is a copycat league. So a lot of the guys are going to go in, watch this game today, see what we lacked on, see all the throws and stuff that I missed and stuff like that, and they're going to go and try and probably play the same defense or do what they did last game. They're going to try and come after me, pin their ears back and come get after our rush and see if we hold up, So I'm expecting that. So, we're just going into this game. We've got to watch a lot of film. We got to have a lot of counters to what they do. And, it's hard to play a team twice, and it's hard to play, especially back-to-back this close. It's really hard because, we just don't we don't have a lot of time to prepare, you know what I mean? And it's just really hard, and there's only so much you can do in the arena game. So we just have to come out there next week and win. We got to win the one-on-one battles. We got to win up front, and then we got to win a couple times on defense,
That's going to be a fun one next week here on Vice TV, Minnesota, Michigan, here from Saginaw. That is the leader in passing in the Arena Football 1 League, Malik Henry, after a win over the Oregon Lightning.